It's Faves X Fails time! Hey you, what up? Maryam here, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. If you are not familiar with my Faves X Fails series, basically it's a roundup video that I like to conduct once a month discussing all the makeup and beauty products that have worked for me, show you how they work on my face, create a look, and also talk about my fails. Why? Because you can't have good without evil, you can't have right without wrong, you can't have truth without lie. So essentially it's my yin yang type of video that basically brings everything together so that you can make an informed decision when you go out and purchase these products. I'm going to be talking about all these products in the way that I usually apply them to the face. If I don't have a favorite product in a given category, then I will just use my favorite from past months. So essentially I'm just building on all of those review videos that I've done for the month and giving you a little extra. And now, without further ado, let's get into this video. If you like these types of videos, of course, give me a follow, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you can be notified of all of my Wednesdays and Sundays videos. But even if you don't hit that notification bell, just remember that I post every Wednesday and every Sunday, and I have been doing so for the past 2 years. Now I am ready to begin and jump right into this Faves X Fails for the month of January, the first one for 2021. Yeah, here we go. Notes in front of me. As always, you know I come prepared. Today I'm gonna start with something different than primer. You already know what my favorite primer is. I don't have a new one. So I will apply that right after I apply my new favorite brow products. Yes, you heard it right. I've got some new favorite brow products and they are from the drugstore. Or shall I say they are really inexpensive from NYX. We've got this NYX The Brow Glue that I've been loving. So nice, so good. It's not exactly a glue per se. I think the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter is still the glue for me that really laminates and glues down my brows to my skin. But the NYX Brow Glue is more of like a soapy, waxy, fluffy type of product that allows your brows to look a little bit more feathered. The reason why I like it is because it just allows me to switch up my brows. So I don't always want to have that glued down look. Sometimes I want to have that nice fluffy look. So this essentially has been like my second go-to brow product. I like how it feels almost tacky on your brow hairs. So brushing it through is almost giving me that satisfied feeling, you know? I like it. It's not strong enough to glue down my brows because my brows are pretty thick in terms of hair width and just in terms of density. So I need something much stronger to glue down mine, especially the ends, but I still like the effect a lot. So basically what I like to do is just brush it through my eyebrow, but I like to go against the hair growth pattern in the opposite direction just so I can coat it on both sides. And then I like to flick it up so that the hair looks as feathered as it can possibly look. And this brow is my more unruly brow. So I just try to stick them to each other rather than to the skin. So although it's still off of my skin, you can see that here, at least they look a little bit more groomed. All right, love that. Also, this is fairly inexpensive. I think it's maybe $8 to $11, no more than 11 for sure. And it's a really nice product. I really have been liking it a lot. I've been having fun with it. Secondly, from NYX, I've also been loving this new Lift and Snatch Brow Tint pen. Specifically, I've been using the shades Black and Espresso. Basically just a microfine brow pen that allows you to draw in individual brow strokes. So I like to use the black one to kind of extend or fill in where my brow may be missing some brow hairs. And because it's black, it really imitates, it truly mimics my natural brow hairs to the point where you really can't tell where my natural brow begins and where this marker ends. Now, obviously, if you have very fine brows or if you have very sparse brows, this probably would be too much work for you. But for someone like myself who has pretty full grown out brows, this becomes really easy. All I have to do is just fill in the gaps and just add the hairs wherever I need them to really perfect my shape. All right, and now look at the difference. Boom, 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 boom. The difference is slight, but it's definitely noticeable, so it is a win for me. All right, you might hear some beeping in the back. Those are plow machines. It's February 1st today. I know this is my Sunday video, but I'm filming it on February 1st, and today we actually have our first snowstorm of 2021. You wanna see? I'll show you. It's a blizzard out there. I'm personally not a huge fan of snow. It always reminds me of all the fashion that I can't wear, all the cute boots that I cannot wear in the snow. Just reminds me of like back when I was in college and all the slushy puddles that you see in New York City. Like snow is only cute for 1 to 2 days max. And now with COVID, I feel so bad for kids. I feel so bad for my brother and sister. Like they can't even enjoy a snow day off. They're still on their Zoom. They're still online doing virtual classroom or whatever. But having said that, I actually scheduled in a little frolicking in the snow session today between 3 and 4. That is what Lee and I are going to do. So yeah, so back to the plow machines. If you hear the beep, just know that they're doing their thing and there ain't nothing I can do about it. All right, brows are done. They are looking so groomed, so snatched, natural, but almost perfect. Maybe too perfect. Maybe I need to it up real quick. Hold on, let me it up. Yeah, like that, like a little, you know, gotta go against the grain sometimes. All right, so NYX, you killed it this month. I appreciate this. I appreciate these products and they are on my faves list. Next, I'm gonna reach for my favorite Essence Tinted Primer. I'm just gonna go through this very quickly. You've heard me talk about it so many times in so many videos already. It was a fave for 2020 and I'm still using it. So because I have not found a replacement fave, I'm just gonna keep on using the same thing that's been working for me. If you guys have not gotten your hands on this product yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Don't wait, because I hear that Essence is known for discontinuing great products that people fall in love with. So guess what? I stocked up. Don't worry, there's still an opportunity. All of the favorite products that I'm mentioning and using, as always and per usual, I'm linking in the description box. Know that those are my affiliate links. You're not obligated to use them by any means. But if you want to support me and my channel, feel free to use them. Just know that I earn a very small, and I mean tiny, commission from each sale. Okay, primer is on, and I feel like I need to flip the switch real quick and I need to talk about some fails. So in the fails category this time around, I'm going to start with the foundations. I have 2 foundation fails this month, starting with the Fenty Beauty Powder Foundation. Womp womp. This was a big bummer for me, you guys. Why? Because I love the idea of a powder foundation. It's just so quick and it's so easy and effortless, and I always am looking for that product that will just be like a one and done, one step and boom, your face is on. You don't have to set it, you can just apply it and forget it. I was hoping this was gonna be that for me. Unfortunately, it wasn't. This just did not pass my wear test with any type of flying colors. I mean, it didn't pass it, not even with like a par grade. It like failed miserably. My face looked so bad and so oily and so cakey at the end of the day. I was really truly disappointed because I'm a huge fan of Fenty. I love their shade 290 in the foundation. I feel like it's my perfect match. It's just like the continuation of my neck color on my face, which is my true color. I was really hoping that this would work for me. Unfortunately, it was a sad situation. And so because of that, it's in my fails this month, you guys. Now granted, I am oily AF, so maybe this is a little too hydrating for someone like me. Maybe it's just a little too much product for someone like me. Perhaps it would work better on someone who's normal. I also recall that it really highlighted certain dry patches that I had on my skin after having exfoliated the night before. Also, I think it's a problematic product for dry skin as well. Just didn't work, period. And I'm sad to say it because I had really high hopes. I'm still keeping it around though. Like I can't actually get rid of it because I'm like, maybe it's me. Maybe it'll work for me in the winter time. Nope, still hasn't worked. Another sad, disappointing product for me this month was this Urban Decay Hydro Maniac Tinted Glow Hydrator that is said to have up to 24-hour wear. Hell nah. It lasted maybe 3 hours on me and then it broke up. My skin ate it. It mixed in with my oils. It was another disastrous wear test. And of course I have videos on both of those products. So just because it did not work for me does not mean that it won't necessarily work for those of you with normal skin or with drier skin types or just with skin types outside of oily AF, you know? But this was another product that is from a brand that I love. I was hoping that this was the new and improved or like the 2021 version of Urban Decay's One and Done, which is a tinted moisturizer product that I loved at the time when it came out. It had such great longevity, such great wear, and so I was hoping that this one was going to be it. Unfortunately, it wasn't. I'm disappointed, plain and simple. And now that I've said my piece about those 2 foundations, let's move on to some foundations that I'm actually loving this month and let's apply them to my face. First and foremost, you already know, this JOSIE MARAN Vibrancy Foundation is the best dewy foundation for all skin types, including my oily AF skin type. I was so shocked to find out how beautiful it wore, how luminous it looked, how it made my skin just look and feel so fresh and so modern and current, even though this is not a new foundation. It's been around for like, I want to say 3 years almost, but I had just recently discovered it because recently I've been leaning more towards the dewy side of foundations. This is a medium buildable, you can build it up to full coverage type of foundation, and it is just gorgeous. Kind of on the pricey side, pop up the price right here. I don't remember it. Kind of on the pricey side, but worth it, especially if you're oily like me and you're looking for the dew that will last and that won't look like a frying pan, right? Another foundation that I've been reaching for a lot this month is this Revlon Colorstay Matte Finish Foundation. Now this is a drugstore foundation. This looked so beautiful and so high-end, mixed in with the new AURIC Glow Lust Radiant Luminizer from my girl Samantha Ravindal. These two products together have been just like chef's kiss for me. This has been a winning duo that I've been loving because although this is a matte finish, with a drop of this, it becomes so gorgeous, like almost as gorgeous as the JOSIE. So for today's video, I think I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna use a little bit of both. I'm gonna use the JOSIE on my forehead, and then I'm gonna use the Revlon and the AURIC mixture on the rest of my face. That's kind of doing the most today, but you know what? It's my video, and it's what I feel like doing. My shade in JOSIE is Adventurous G55. Great match for my winter skin. I love the coverage. I love how long it lasts. I love how smoothing and perfecting it is. It's also such a flexible formula. You can stipple it on the way that I'm doing right now because I'm trying to avoid my brows, or you can just glide it on and it works just as well. I mean, flawless, covers everything, gives me that nice, beautiful dew. Oh, I can't rave about it enough. But let me not rave about it too much. I do have a dedicated video just to that foundation, so you can definitely check it out. Next up, I'm gonna squeeze a bit of this Revlon, shade 395 Deep Honey, mix in a drop of Pyrite. Maybe that was a little more than a drop, but okay. I'm gonna mix that with a brush and apply to my face. See, what I like about the AURIC Glow Lust is that it's another very flexible product that you can wear on its own instead of foundation if you're having a great skin day, or if you just have good skin, or you can mix it in with your foundation, or you could use it as a highlighter on the high points of your face. Plus, I love the fact that this shade Pyrite has a golden olive undertone, so it's perfect to mix in with some of those foundations that are a little bit too peachy for you, but it's sheer enough not to add any additional pigment or give you that cake face. I mean, speaks for itself. Love both of these so much. This Revlon Colorstay also has SPF 15. Definitely wears very well, even with this product together. Okay, for concealer, nothing out of the ordinary. Just gonna quickly add some of my Tarte Shape Tape, just because I've been reaching for it a lot lately. Gonna quickly blend out. All right, foundation is on, and now moving on to a blush that is neither in my fails or faves category because it's kind of a very finicky product that you have to apply only a certain way and no other way. And you could probably already tell what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this new Rare Beauty blush from Selena Gomez. So essentially what this is a cream blush. I do have a separate review on this collection as well. It looks very dewy and very pretty in the packaging. I am obsessed with this packaging. It's so cute, so quirky, reminds me of K-beauty products. But the problem with this is that it absolutely does not work with every single foundation. It does not work over powder. Essentially, the best way to apply it is onto your bare skin, not even over my Essence primer, like literally on your bare skin, and then add everything else on top. So that to me is kind of problematic, you know, because I don't necessarily want to add my blush right underneath every single time. I feel like that really mutes the color down. Not my favorite way of application, but the product itself is really juicy. I do find myself wanting to reach for it. I want it to work. I love the colors, but it's finicky. So what I'm gonna do right now is actually apply it. I'm gonna go for this very safe shade called Nearly Neutral. I'm gonna apply that onto my foundation. See, this is a cream but moussey type of formulation. So it looks very shiny on my finger at first glance, but it sets itself very quickly. And then once it starts setting, it actually starts removing your foundation underneath. So I'm kind of going in very quickly. I'm applying a little bit of product at a time, and I'm using minimal taps to tap it out. So yeah, in this case, it's working, but even still, I might have tapped a little too much in this area. So there's like a very slight lifting of the foundation underneath, which, let me tell you, I'm getting a lot of like very sassy comments on the way that I use this particular product. Perhaps these are like big Selena Gomez stans or whatever. People telling me that, oh, you should know, you should never wear your cream blush over your powder product or blah, blah, blah. Listen, I get that and all. However, there are far better cream blush products out there, like the Fenty cream blushes that work over anything and everything. Over your bare skin, under your foundation, over your foundation, under powder, over powder. I mean, listen, it's 2021. We have options now. So why can't I criticize this product and the way that it's supposed to be used only one way? Like, that's not really fair. I want makeup to be flexible, and there's a cat hair, but basically the bottom line is I want to be able to apply my cream blush however I want to apply it, you know? And I want it to not ruin my makeup underneath, because like I said, I got options. I do like the colors. I do like Rare Beauty as a whole. The blush worked this time. I think I like the way that it looks. I'm going to move on to a powder that I've been loving this month, and you already know I'm talking about this Dragun Beauty setting powder. I've been using the shade Invisible and also the shade Yellow, which isn't like too different from the Invisible. It's got just like a hint of yellow. But this powder, let me tell you, it saved me so many terrible foundation applications. Every single time I wasn't feeling a foundation, this just saved the day. I mean, just watch my previous video. All right, I'm gonna quickly set my under eye, also my pore zones, that nostril fold, in between my brows, top of the lid. And then I'm also gonna use a slightly larger brush just to kind of brush the product to the rest of my face. Just set everything very lightly. I'm not adding a ton of powder. I still want my face to be as luminous, as dewy and glowy as possible. Just want that fresh face to look today. One thing about this Dragun Beauty powder is that it is extremely fragrant. So if you're not a lover of scents and makeup products, then you're not gonna love this, because this fragrance is strong. It smells like Nikita. I personally like it, but I know it's not for everyone, so I have to mention that. All right, so speaking of Rare Beauty, my eyeshadow faves for the month are from Rare Beauty. What do you know? I actually don't have a favorite eyeshadow palette this month, but these individual cream shadows were gorgeous. I loved using them. They were so super easy and very user-friendly. So today I'm gonna go for the Nearly Neutral. Basically, they also come with a gloss bomb and with a matching blush. So the Nearly Neutral color family has 3 products in it, and so on and so forth. Not gonna apply any primer underneath because I actually just set my lids. I just wanna go for a wash of color with this Nearly Neutral, kind of just applying that to my entire lid space. And I'm gonna blend it out with this Lunar Beauty LBE2 brush. Eyeshadow is very, very versatile. You can blend it out with the brush or with your finger. I feel like it's so easy. It gives you a very seamless, very professional looking eyeshadow application. It's so quick and easy. Like boom, and you're done. And it's so smoky and it's so pretty, and it just adds a hint of color, just that little wash across your eye. I'm obsessed. I think each one is maybe $20 if I'm not mistaken. So the price isn't terrible, and it's definitely a product that I think a lot of us can vibe with. Whether you're a Gen Z or a millennial, having daily Zoom meetings, or a Gen Xer mom, or a boomer who doesn't want texture enhancing eyeshadows. I don't know why I just went through all the generations and how they can all use this eyeshadow. Maybe I'm spending too much time on TikTok. Speaking of TikTok, I have to pop in a TikTok to show you my new favorite sweatsuit, the top of which I am wearing right now.
Show me your pet is clingy without actually saying your pet is clingy.
And also, how cute is my hero boy? I've been getting a lot of questions about this hoodie, and it's actually a sweatsuit. So it's a set that comes with pants. And let me tell you, it is the coziest pair of sweatpants and a hoodie that I have ever worn in my life. Yes, I just said that. This is the set for me. I've been living in it ever since I got my hands on it. It is so comfortable. It's so cozy. It feels very fleecy inside, super warm, just like a blanket that makes you feel better, that makes you look better. The color is amazing. I love this like camel tan shade that reminds me of like my skin's undertone, so it's super flattering. You guys, this set is from Miss Lola. Unfortunately, it's all completely sold out. I don't know if it happened before or after I posted that TikTok that went slightly viral, but basically you can't get it at the current moment. I will link it down below so you can check it out. There's definitely different colors. There's like a sky blue and there's like a lighter cream that you can also mix and match. But this set specifically, a fave. Eyeshadow is done, looking cute. I gotta talk about an eyeshadow palette that just did not work for me, that I did not love, that is a fail this month, and I'm talking about the Sigma Warm Neutrals palette. Looks very gorgeous and very inviting, almost like my hoodie. Unfortunately, the quality is nowhere near the quality that I was expecting. The matte shades in this palette are actually pretty good. However, that wasn't what drew me in. I was particularly very interested in some of these shimmery shades that looked very unique, specifically this Beaming, this Amaranth, and this Fool's Gold. This Fool's Gold is what initially drew me into this palette because it's a really pretty greenish, antique-y type of gold that I imagine would look amazing on the lids. Unfortunately, when I tested this palette and when I conducted my review, this was a terrible shade that would not get picked up, not with a dry brush, not with a wet brush. I was able to pick it up with my finger, but then it would stick to my finger and I wasn't actually able to apply it to my lid without having a massive amount of fallout. And the type of fallout that pisses me off, that basically ruins your foundation because it's such dark pigment. That shade was not just bad, it was really bad. And moreover, I wasn't pleased with any of the shimmery metallic shades. They were all just kind of meh. Because of that, unfortunately, the Sigma palette was not a hit for me, and I have to set it aside. Also, who actually cares about these 5-pan ColourPop palettes? These to me were very, very lame, very boring color combos. I get it. Color preferences are that exactly. It's a preferential thing. Maybe I am not drawn to this color combo, but maybe some of you will be, and that's completely fine and okay. But I just saw that there was a lot of hype around these palettes for some reason. I could not get into it. Why the hype? These are okay at best. That's all I'm gonna say about ColourPop, because you already know how I feel. They come out with way too many products way too often. I can't get into that. So because of that, I find myself being more frustrated with their products than I am excited for them. Although I did have some favorite collab palettes, specifically with like motion pictures in my favorites of 2020 video. So they do have some hits every now and then. Just most of the time, they make me really frustrated. You guys, this BECCA Light Shifter Doing Tint was an incredible wear test. This lasted so long on my skin. I was completely perplexed. This is a lot more luminous than the AURIC Glow Lust, but it's less pigmented. So this is a product that you can definitely use if you want a super luminous face. It can definitely be used as a highlighter. I used it with the BECCA Light Shifter powder. These two products together, another like winning combo. I even said in my video that I think BECCA totally redeemed themselves after that BECCA Zero no pigment virtual foundation fiasco. This was like the answer to that product. Thank God they released this. This was so nice. You know, kudos to BECCA. Favorite highlighters for the month goes to MILANI. So another drugstore brand. We have lots of drugstore brands today. I'm impressed. I've been using these two highlighters, Champagne Doro and the Dolce Perla. Both are super fine, kind of on the beaming, booming bright side, but I love that for me. So I'm gonna use the Dolce Perla and just add that to the top of my cheekbone. Reminds me of those gorgeous highlighters from like 2017, 2018, but a little bit more current in the sense that it's finer, it's a little bit more effortless, a little bit more appropriate for everyday wear rather than just for on-camera action. So I don't know, I've been feeling these a lot. And again, these are inexpensive products, feel very luxe. I'm a fan. I'm also a fan of these two highlighters from the Smashbox palette. This was called the Halo Cheek palette. And the highlighters are really nice. Kind of similar coloring to the Dolce Perla and the Champagne Doro from Milani. Also just feels a little bit silkier and a little bit more current than those 2018 highlighters that felt very glittery and very beaming and in your face. However, I don't love this palette, and I'll tell you why. The reason why I didn't love this particular palette is obviously because of the bronzers. I like the highlighters, did not love the bronzers. First of all, I don't love the undertone of these bronzers. Secondly, I think the pans are just a little too small to get an actual bronzing brush in there. Thirdly, these bronzers look like eyeshadows. They are just far too metallic and far too shimmery looking. I'll show you a close-up of what I'm talking about. I was not able to make these work. They were not flattering, they were not pretty, and I'm not just gonna keep a palette that I can only use half the shades of. I mean, if I can't do it with the Sigma Warm Neutrals, I'm not gonna do it with the Smashbox highlighter and bronzer palette. If the whole thing don't work, I'm not keeping it. That's my motto for 2021. It only sparks joy if it brings me a full palette of joy, not just half. Okay, don't worry, I am gonna finish up this eye look. Gonna curl my lashes with another Life Fave lash curler. Laura Mercier is the one. I love this lash curler so much. It opens up so wide. It's a flatter shape, so it's better for my Asian eye shape. So those of you who have flatter eyes, this will work better than some of those super curved lash curlers. Those for some reason always pinch my lids. They don't grab the entire lash, so it's not ideal for me. Still using my MIZON Collagen Curling Fix mascara that is available on Amazon. I will include the link for this one. I used to get this mascara from YesStyle, but because YesStyle ships from Asia, it sometimes takes forever to reach you, and that can be kind of problematic, especially with COVID, which as we know has also added additional travel time to our packages. But anyway, luckily now this product is available on Amazon. It's a couple bucks more expensive, but still very affordable at like $9 or $10. And it's mascara that I love. It absolutely does not smudge. It doesn't run. It gives you really beautiful, separated, gorgeous lashes. It keeps the curl. I also think it makes your lashes better over time. Maybe there is some collagen in that product, I don't know. But even if it didn't, I just love the way that it makes my lashes look so much better than before. These Persona lip liners are so bomb, they can double as an actual lipstick. They're so creamy. My favorite shade is Almond. It's the one that I've been wearing a lot. So beautiful. Of course, you don't have to wear it as a lipstick. You can just line your lips and let the lip liner do its lip liner thing. But I've been loving them a lot. I just feel like the shades are super flattering. There's 4 of them, and the formula is my fave. My absolute fave. Just such a great formula. Also, another recent fave that I've rediscovered recently. This is not a new product, but it's a product that I've been reaching for a lot lately. I am talking about the MAC Powder Kiss lipstick, specifically the shade Mull It Over. This is just such a beautiful, everyday, your lips but better type of shade. And the formulation on these Powder Kiss lipsticks, if I haven't spoken about it before, I think I have back when this product first came out, but recently I've been reaching for this color specifically because it's so stunning. Let me show you. Like, just another chef's kiss type of product. But I've always known this. This is not a new discovery. I'm just like rediscovering, so I thought I would reshare. And now I think we've come to the end with the final fail for the month. And this is a big fail because this was a product that I initially liked upon my first application, but then after just like 20 minutes of wear, it became probably the most disastrous product that I've tried lately. I am sadly talking about the NYX Shine Out Loud lip color. Okay, so what this is supposed to be is a non-transferable lip color on one side and then a gloss on the other side. So essentially, it's supposed to be a non-transferable gloss type of product. However, the oily component of this gloss makes this lipstick absolutely impossible to work. Here's what happened upon my first initial application. I applied the lipstick part onto my lips. It felt like saran wrap on my lips. It felt very tight, like I couldn't really like move my mouth. It felt very much like a film. So that was feeling a little different and unorthodox on its own. But then I applied the gloss and then suddenly it kind of melted together and it made my mouth movable again. So I was intrigued. Unfortunately, after wearing it for maybe 15 or 20 minutes, I noticed that the corners of my mouth started running, like actually running down the sides of my face. And then my whole bottom edge started running. So the product was melting off of my lips. It was absolutely disgusting. So the bottom line on these is that it's basically a gimmick and it does not work. And that's why it's in my fails category this month. Do not, I repeat, do not waste your $8 precious on this piece of crap that does not work. You've been warned. All right, and on that note, I am going to show off my final look. I'm gonna hibernate in my hoodie today, but this is the face. Very fresh, very easy, using all of my favorite products for the month, but not my failed products for the month. Let me know which of these products are your faves. What have you tried? What are you looking forward to getting your hands on? What are some of your fails for the month? Let your voice be heard. Share with us, share with me, so that we are all in the know, so that we're all in communication. And with that, I'm going to zoom on out so that you can check out my next two videos, one that you may like and my most recent video in case you haven't watched it. I love you guys. I will see you in the next one.